the H225 Super Cougar and its military variant, the HM225M Caracal, represent the logical next step in the evolution of the Puma. Instantly becoming a market favorite, they are larger, faster, safer, and, of course, sexier. As the weapon detective, we are now investigating the Super Cougar and Caracal, the reigning king of the French wildcat helicopter dynasty. Initially designated as EC225 and EC725 by their producer, Eurocopter, the Super Cougar and Caracal have been marketed under the designations H225 and H225M since the company rebranded as Airbus Helicopters in 2015. They are presented as two distinct models, one aimed at civilian markets and the other at military ones. Nonetheless, the H225 enjoys as much popularity in military service as the H225M. The origin story of this family closely resembles that of its predecessors, the AS332 Super Puma and AS532 Cougar. In the 1990s, advancements in composite materials, rotor design, and avionics achieved a new standard, and more powerful turboshaft engines were available. Like the Super Puma program, the Eurocopter initially aimed to attract civilian users, especially the owners of offshore oil platforms. The company also relied on the strong reputation of the Puma and Cougar to achieve new export successes in the military market. This business model, which was proven in the 1980s, represents the most effective approach for the new project. In 1998, Eurocopter announced the development of the civilian EC225, an updated version of the AS332L2 Super Puma, offering higher speeds, improved passenger comfort, enhanced flight safety, and decreased operating costs. Around the same time, after extensive trials, the dissatisfaction of the French Air Force with the AS532A2 Cougar, which was developed to meet its combat search and rescue requirements, became evident. It called for more powerful engines, greater flight endurance, and enhanced survivability. A militarized EC225 would be ideal for this requirement. Consequently, Eurocopter expedited its efforts, and the first prototype took to the skies for the first time on November 27, 2000. This date is recognized as the maiden flight for both the Super Cougar and Caracal. The militarized EC225, the EC725, was first nicknamed Cougar Mk2+ but changed to Caracal later. In July 2004, the European Aviation Safety Agency granted the rotorcraft its airworthiness certification. The French Air Force was the first customer of the Caracal, with the company delivering the first operational helicopter in 2005. Brazil also produces the H225M under license. The Brazilian Army designates the helicopter as HM4. The Brazilian Navy refers to its anti-submarine, anti-surface warfare and utility variants as AH-15 and UH-15. The utility and VIP versions used by the Brazilian Air Force are designated H-36 and VH-36. The Royal Thai Armed Forces names the H225M as the H.11. Indonesia also manufactures certain components for the Super Cougar Caracal, including the tail boom and cabin. The extensive use of composite materials decreases weight while increasing lifespan and survivability. The entire structure, including the landing gear and seats, is designed to absorb impact energy and provide maximum protection for its occupants. The seats in the crew cabin are shielded against 7.62 mm rounds. The helicopter's interior can be fitted with Kevlar panels depending on the type of mission. The self-sealing fuel tanks are also crashworthy. Nearly all major systems are backed up. If one fails, another takes over. Infrared suppressors for the exhausts are optional. The Brazilian and French Caracals are equipped with locally made countermeasure suits. The composite foldable main rotor blades are bulletproof and can last approximately 20,000 hours in non-combat use, meaning they never need replacement during the helicopter's service life. The 5-blade main rotor design incorporates a new airfoil shape that reduces vibration and noise levels compared to the 4-blade variant on the AS332. The anti-icing system for the blades is optional. The Caracal's Turbomeca Makila 2A1 turboshaft engines deliver 14% more power than the Cougar's Makila 1A1s. They are equipped with a dual-channel full-authority digital engine control system, which enhances reliability and increases power output at higher altitudes. A fully loaded Caracal Super Cougar has hover ceilings of 1,925 and 792 meters, in an out-of-ground effect. The engines are fitted with sand and dust filters on their air inlets to enhance their lifespan and reliability. They have a service interval of 3,000 hours between overhauls. However, French operations in the Sahara region have demonstrated that this duration has been reduced to between 60 and 100 hours. Within the harsh desert environment, in the event of a malfunction or hit, a single Makila 2A1 can temporarily maintain the helicopter's flyability and ensure a safe landing. The main gearbox can continue operating for over 30 minutes without lubrication. In 2012, 2 accidents occurred due to the cracking of the bevel gear shaft, prompting the company to begin equipping the helicopter with modified gearboxes in 2013. Furthermore, the onboard health and usage monitoring system was upgraded to provide real-time monitoring of the bevel gear shaft. The primary mechanical components, including the engines and gearbox, feature a modular design to ease maintenance and potential future upgrades. The endurance of the H225 and H225M is 4 hours and 30 minutes. To extend its range, the helicopter can be fitted with an air refueling probe. The H225M features a full-glass cockpit, equipped with night vision goggle-compatible active matrix liquid crystal displays, which reduce the pilot's workload and enhance flight safety. After the pilot inputs the route data, the helicopter, equipped with a 4-axis digital autopilot, can fly without human interference. When activated, this system also prevents pilot actions from exceeding the established flight envelope. Moreover, it assists with the machine's control during hovering. A single pilot can operate the helicopter in visual meteorological conditions. The Super Cougar Caracal is equipped with the RDR 1600 radar, which possesses weather and terrain scanning capabilities. This radar alerts the pilot to collision risks by scanning a 500-meter area ahead of the helicopter. The cabin measures 7.87 meters in length, 1.8 meters in width, and 1.45 meters in height. With a total volume of 15.5 cubic meters, it can accommodate up to 29 passengers or 12 stretchers, along with 4-seated medical staff. The H225M can carry 4,000 kilograms of cargo. Internally are 4,750 kilograms of cargo underslung. The Caracal can be fitted with various types of door-mounted guns. Additionally, it can be externally armed with pods for 68mm guided or unguided rockets and Spike or Hellfire air-to-surface missiles. For such integration, the helicopter must be equipped with the Force generic weapon system, the Scorpion helmet-mounted sight display, and the Wescam electro-optical sensor. The H225M Caracal has a 2-person crew and can transport up to 28 passengers. It has a length of 19.5 meters, a rotor diameter of 16.2 meters, and a height of 4.6 meters. The helicopter's empty and maximum takeoff weights are 5,330 and 11,000 kilograms, respectively. 2,382 shaft horsepower Turbomeca Makila 2A1 turboshaft engines provide a top speed of 324 kilometers per hour. Its cruising speed is 262 kilometers per hour. The helicopter's range is 1,253 kilometers. It can climb to an altitude of 6,095 meters, in other words, 19,997 feet. Aside from mission-oriented versions, so far, only a few distinct H225M variants have been introduced. The EC225E, later redesignated as the H225E, is one of them. Initially, it featured the newer Makila 2B. In 2016, Airbus Helicopters announced that it no longer offered this new turboshaft to reduce costs. This variant also includes updated avionics systems, and increased maximum takeoff weight of 550 kilograms. and an extended range of 540 kilometers. In 2015, the company commenced the development of a clean sheet successor to the EC225, initially designated as the X6. However, the project has not progressed since 2018. The Brazilian Navy's AH-15 variant can be equipped with Exocet AM-39 anti-ship missiles or the Mu-90 impact torpedo. It also has the APS-143C V3 Ocean Eye radar. The French Caracals have participated in operations across Africa and the Middle East and supported NATO-led missions in Afghanistan and Libya. 3 French H225 megaseconds were deployed to Cyprus in 2006 to evacuate civilians from Lebanon during Operation Ballast. They completed 90 flight missions over 9 weeks and transported 1,000 people to safety. That same year, the French Air Force began deploying Caracals in Afghanistan. They conducted 3,396 combat missions in the region, of which 250 were rescue operations, accumulating a total flight time of 3,327 hours. On January 11, 2013, 4 H225 megaseconds rescued an agent of the DGSE, France's Foreign Intelligence Service, who had been taken hostage by an Islamist group in Somalia. On November 29, 2014, a special operations Caracal crashed in Burkina Faso. On April 30, 2015, during the war on drugs, a Mexican H225M was struck by a rocket-propelled grenade, which damaged its tail rotor, forcing it to make an emergency landing. How has the Super Cougar Caracal achieved such rapid export success? Acquiring a new helicopter will prevent the purchase of another for the next 30 years. Conversely, the era of new and fast tiltrotor and coaxial rotor helicopters has arrived. Consequently, all H225M customers have already accepted that they will not adhere to the latest trends for at least a few decades. Is it wise? Upon close examination of the acquisition programs, it is evident that only a few nations, such as Brazil and Hungary, have chosen the Super Cougar Caracal to replace their entire medium-sized helicopter fleets. Due to their large design, which allows them to carry more troops and mission equipment, alongside an extended range and high speed, the H225 and H225M have become popular in the search and rescue and special operations helicopters market. In fact, they are too large to serve as operational frontline utility helicopters, making them easy targets. The Caracal fills the gap between frontline utility and heavy cargo helicopters. Its rivals in the market are neither the NH-90 nor the UH-60. It competes with the S-92, EH.101, and Mi-17. Thus, obtaining the H225 and H225M at the onset of this new era remains a prudent choice. At the very least, it is not a foolish one. Soldiers are inherently conservative by nature. The new generation of tiltrotor and coaxial rotor helicopters remains in its infancy. New advantages invariably bring new challenges, so the drawbacks of these machines are still largely uncharted territory. For many, waiting several decades to fully understand and address these issues is the most prudent approach. Consequently, the burden of this painful process will rest exclusively on the USA, allowing them to eventually possess a perfected machine. On the contrary, the H225 and H225M are based on the proven and beloved design of the Puma and its successor, the Cougar. Thus, this market success is not absurd or surprising. This video is the final one in our series about the French wildcat helicopter dynasty. Nevertheless, the cousins of this royal family will be waiting for you. Thanks for watching our video. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click the bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you can now click the join button to support our channel. And as always, we would greatly appreciate all the likes, comments, and shares.